Hey YouTube, Jim here. Welcome to Top 10 Archive. You know, sometimes when celebrities and people of note die, we don't go the normal route of grieving and celebrating their life. We're often prone to thinking the unimaginable, that somehow they have faked their death and are still out there living a life in the shadows. So here are 10 famous dead people who are rumored to still be alive and well. Now before we search for ghosts, why not join the ranks of other archivists and subscribe today? Be sure to click that bell, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave us a comment.
Number 10. Cory Monteith. On July 13, 2013, Glee star Cory Allen Michael Monteith died from a combination of heroin and alcohol. Or so we're told. According to some, the young actor is still alive, and his death was orchestrated to help bolster Glee's declining ratings. NoDisinfo.com describes the alleged scene of Monteith's death as suspicious, stating it didn't look anything like a crime scene, and nobody was acting as if there were an emergency. The website goes into an insane amount of detail over the fake nature of the show and Monteith's suspicious relationship with co-star Lea Michele, all pointing to a faked death. Number 9. Princess Diana. It was a terrible crash, surrounded by many conspiracies over who did it. But there's another set of theorists out there that believe it was just a setup. It's not one of the more popular fake death conspiracies, but if you dig hard enough, you can find hints to it. Since the claim that an MI6 agent confessed to killing Diana proved to be fake, maybe it lends credence to the idea that she's still out there, having opted to find a way out of the limelight for a relatively normal life. Number 8. Andy Kaufman. Andy Kaufman was a big trickster, and has always been about doing the most extreme thing to get in the spotlight. After everything he pulled off, it really wouldn't be so unbelievable for him to have faked his own death. Though he was said to have died from cancer in 1984, Kaufman's boisterous persona, Tony Clifton, had been reportedly seen at comedy clubs afterward. Despite confirmation from Kaufman's manager, George Shapiro, and the Los Angeles County coroner, rumors still circulate about Kaufman's faked death. The pot was stirred in 2013 when Kaufman's brother, Michael, introduced the Gotham Comedy Club to the performer's daughter, who attested that he was still alive. Michael, however, claims even that was a hoax. But who can keep track anymore? Number 7. Tupac. Gunned down in the streets of Sin City, the sudden death of Tupac Shakur was a devastating blow to the hip-hop world. As recently as February 2018, reports surfaced that the former rapper may actually still be alive and well. According to Twitter user Soldan Madi, Shakur was spotted living out the remainder of his life in Somalia. It's also suggested that Suge Knight has all but outright said the singer was alive, despite being allegedly shot in Sin City in 1996. Number 6. Paul Walker. There didn't seem to be any question over whether or not the Fast and Furious star died in the 2013 car crash, but leave it to his most devoted fans to find a way to bring him back. Conspiracists believe he faked his death with the help of his theatrical castmates. These theorists have proposed that there were 2 different Porsches and have presented photos of 2 different license plates, ignoring the fact that one was placed by a fan. Several blurry photos and hints at publicity stunts have all been used to support the idea that Walker never really died. Number 5. Michael Jackson. After being criticized by the public for years, it really wouldn't be unfathomable that Jackson decided to hide away and fake his death. In December 2017, the Daily Star reported that the musician had been spotted at the wedding of Michael's nephews Ziggy and Toya Parker. Photos and footage from the reception captured a suspicious-looking man that appears to look very similar to Jackson's portrayal as the mayor in Ghosts. It seems unlikely that Jackson would revert back to a known character if he were trying to hide. Hey, but who are we to suck the joy out of some people's lives? Number 4. Amelia Earhart. Maybe the most plausible theory is that Amelia Earhart didn't die during her mid-20th century attempted flight around the world. Earhart intended to circumnavigate the globe, but mysteriously vanished during her approach to Howland Island. She was declared dead in absentia on January 5, 1939, but in 2017, CNN reported on a photo that appeared during a History Channel documentary that may have captured Earhart in the Marshall Islands. Allegedly, a facial recognition expert was able to determine that two people in the photograph looked like Earhart and her navigator, Fred Noonan. Number 3. Marilyn Monroe. August 5, 1962, starlet Marilyn Monroe is found unresponsive in her Los Angeles home. Many theories surfaced over her death as people speculated whether she was murdered and, if so, who did it. One theory, however, states that she never died. A claim points to her psychiatrist, Dr. Ralph Greenson, who allegedly committed the actress to a mental institution after she suffered a breakdown. She lived there for 20 years before being released, somehow avoiding recognition. John Alexander Baker, the author of Marilyn Monroe, Alive in 1984, claims he picked up a hitchhiker in 1984 that claimed she was Monroe. Number 2. Elvis Presley. Possibly the most popular death hoax conspiracy is that of Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll. On August 16, 1977, Presley was discovered by his girlfriend, Ginger Alden, unresponsive on his bathroom floor. For years, people have refused to believe that he's dead, and with so many impersonators out there, it's understandable that some people would be confused. Others, however, are just adamant that he's alive, having given up the spotlight for any number of reasons. Some claim he was connected to the mafia and served as an undercover agent, eventually faking his death to avoid being killed. Thank you very much. Number 1. Adolf Hitler. Having been born in 1889, it's unlikely Hitler is still alive, pushing 130 years of age, but rather he may not have died the way the history books are written. In 1944, the United States Secret Service drew up a depiction of how Adolf Hitler may look if he tried to escape being captured by the Allies. On April 30, 1945, however, he was said to have killed himself. The Soviets told a different story, claiming he was still alive. The first announcement that Hitler survived came on June 9, 1945 from Marshal Georgy Zhukov under direct orders from Joseph Stalin. Some sources claim he escaped to Argentina, and the History Channel's Hunting Hitler series featured witnesses that alleged that the Fuhrer escaped to South America by U-boat. Thanks for watching. Look alive now and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell, give the video a thumbs up, and leave your comments and ideas about these or others that may still secretly be among us.